Hey, it's jc1424 once again with July 2023's monthly music episode. Keep in mind, I don't care if you don't like what I listen to, and you shouldn't care if I don't like whatever it is that you listen to. And I had to decide what song that I didn't enjoy from this month would be worth talking about in this video. So I was like, well, there's this one song that's like boring and whatever that I didn't like. Then there's another song that's just absolutely awful and exceedingly long. I'm like, I probably have more fun talking about that one. So number 5 is Toxic Gossip Train by Colleen Bollinger.
The toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
Let's just start with the easy criticisms for this. First off, it's 10 minutes long and it's the same riff, beginning to end. The only thing that changes is that it speeds up about halfway through, which that just makes it feel anxious, to be honest. Well, maybe she is anxious. No, she deserves it. But then on the other hand, it's not like Tool where there's progression. There is none. You can enjoy Tool even if you hate Tool for that reason. The Avenged Sevenfold might do just the same. Rock operas and metal operas and prog rock, whatever. No, it's nothing like that. And it's with a ukulele for that matter. It's a 10-minute song. It's just ukulele. I think you could even, make a better 10-minute song ukulele with those same artists that I just mentioned. I think my favorite versions of this are like this 30-second video from Brad Taste in Music of him mashing it up with Freebird. And then there's another one where it's like a full completion guitar tab. And the guy's just in awe the whole time that, because he does it right, but still, he's listening to what he said. They put up the lyrics on the screen for like the first few seconds and they just give up. But on the other hand, the second criticism I might have for this, aside from the length of it and repetition, would be that it doesn't do anything to actually fight the allegations on her. It just says that it's not true, and then it's manipulation, and then whatever. But and then the third and final, why would you respond to such serious allegations in song? This is just like textbook narcissism. This is an extreme. With all the other narcissism that might be going on because, June just passed. Well, then you have this. And, this blows that shit out the water. Everything else is mild in my opinion. Anyhow, at number 4 is I Remember by 10 Years.
I'm hanging on by a thread, just a memory left for dead.
Definitely one of the most 10 Years songs ever, at least that I've heard. It is on the topic of ego and self-reflection, I suppose. Has a nice vocal harmony, a cool riff, and the chorus can be a bit catchy. Not as much as The Optimist, in my opinion. That one that had a really solid hook. It has one of my favorite types of solos that they can do in its bridge, so that's worth adding on. But I don't know what all of this is for. They haven't announced a new album yet. And like I said, that last single, The Optimist, came out 4 or 5 months ago. But nowhere in like the metadata of the videos or anything like that does it say that, album coming this fall or this winter or something. We're coming up on 3 years since Violent Allies came out. I'm trying to remember the name of that damn album. But I love that album. I wish I had it on CD. And at number 3, I've got Across the Spiderverse by Daniel Pemberton. I saw this movie last month on a whim, and like I said, had very little to talk about in this video. Spider-Gwen is apparently a drummer seeking the band that actually needs her, rather than just any drummer. The soundtrack is very centered around percussion at moments, while her own theme is melody and intensity. For a cartoon movie, it is electronic and rock-oriented, unlike live-action stuff that has a symphony. And at number 2 is Beautiful Morning by Avenged Sevenfold. This is exactly what we came for. Long metal orchestra material with a driving riff, a gnarly solo, and an interlude that takes the song in a whole new dynamic direction. The verses are nice, but the chorus is even more sweet. And it's all just an imagination of conscious death, something they dwell on a lot in various ways. And I think it makes sense because that is the theme of this album, more so than stuff since like Nightmare or City of Evil even. At number 1 is Rest by Foo Fighters. I swear to God, I cry almost every time I listen to this song. It very much reminds me of when I was watching my grandma say her prayers during the end of her battle with cancer, which I can still remember seeing that very clearly, like 12 years ago or 11 years ago now. And I got to admit, this is one of, if not the best song they've ever made. That's not correct grammar. But because the tempo is slow, there isn't much going on, and then that chilling wall of chords, it just helps all the emotion come pouring through at the end. And to just send it off, and like the cherry on top of the song's just decoration, is you have this guitar tone that continues to play out and repeats this melody that begins during the second stage of the verses here, the second segment of the song. And that guitar tone is just very comforting. It makes sense on an emotional level for me, the way that it sounds. And like I said, those chords help capture that feeling. Thanks for watching this monthly music vid, and episode over.